All right, so let's talk about the part of the week that really pissed me off. Because as bad as the headlines were, as devastating as the big beautiful bill is, as horrifying as Alligator Alcatraz and the Abrego Garcia cases are, what frustrated me just as much, it was the silence. Or worse, the cop-out coverage from people who should know better. I'm talking about the left-wing media, the progressive streamers, the YouTubers, the I care so much about democracy content creator who pop up after every court hearing to deliver the same freaking script. This is really bad day for Donald Trump. The walls are closing in. Another fatal blow from the courts. Trump might not survive this one. And then, 2 weeks later, he's back at it again. Stronger than ever. Polls are higher, fundraising better, and signing off on legislation like he's the biggest dictator in our life. We've been hearing that since 2016. Hell, since the Access Hollywood tape. They keep saying, this will end him. No one could survive this. It's over. It was never over, because these headlines are therapy, not strategy. They're designed to make you feel like something's being done, even when nothing's changing. And let's be honest, what's the left-wing media, especially the left-wing media, especially the influencer class, has mastered in the art of empty win? Instead of organizing, they report vibes. Instead of explaining how power works, they go viral by dunking on some Republican spelling mistake. And when the Supreme Court hands down a decision that makes Trump functionally immune to prosecution, what's the reaction? This is a bad day for democracy. That dark day at the courts. The precedent is terrifying. Okay, now, but then what? The right wing doesn't play like that. Fox News doesn't post bad day for conservatives when they lose. They regroup, they double down, they turn loss into fuel. On our side, we light a candle, tweet hashtag resist, and then go back up to streaming true crime videos until the next bad headline drops. And then we're shocked when nothing improves. And let me tell you what happens when you frame every loss as a win. You make people delusional. You tell your audience that justice is always right around the corner, when really the system is sprinting into the other direction. People stop preparing for impact because they think the courts or Jack Smith or Merrick Garland or the Supreme Court is gonna save us. And then the day Trump wins the nomination, when he decides to go for his third term, or gosh forbid, those same creators are gonna go live and say, we didn't expect this. I'm shaking. How could this happen? It happened because you lied to your audience. Not with malice, but with false hope. Remember the Kamala Harris presidential race? Everybody's like, oh, look at this. All these stadiums are full. People are outside and Trump's arenas are empty. There's no way he can win. But poll after poll after poll after poll was saying he is winning no matter what, or Kamala Harris has a chance to win. And didn't we learn our lesson in 2016? And people got complacent, or they just didn't want a woman president, because that's the biggest other possibility. But it's like, but let me be fair though. There are some creators doing good work. There are journalists out there holding the line. But the big platforms, the viral ones, they keep telling to just vote blue and chill. But what happens after you vote? Because right now we got we have a Senate leadership that is not, gosh, what is the word? It's besides coward, whatever. We don't have nothing. When Republicans were in the minority under Obama, do you know how many bills was Obama able to pass? Not many. Why? Because they were good at blocking. What are we good at? Nothing. The Democratic leadership right now is like, oh, how dare you, Trump, do this? This is bad for democracy. And then vote for and approve whatever Trump says. It's like, and gosh, I don't know. And we just watched the Republican control Congress pass the largest wealth transfer bill in decades. And then while Florida builds concentration camps, Supreme Court gives Trump the get out of jail free card. So yeah, tell me again how this is a blow to him every time. Every time. Here's the pattern. Trump does something illegal or vile. Left-wing media goes, it's over for him. Nothing happens. People tune out. Repeat. And it feels good. Again, it feels good to hope. But we can't be confusing analysis with optimism. Trump is not losing. He's winning all the time. He's shaping the courts, the economy, the political narrative, even when he's out of office. So if the media keeps pretending it's all falling apart for him, they're not reporting. They're sleepwalking. And what's worse, some of these influencers mock their audience for pushing back. It's like you say, hey, maybe we should primary the Democrats who just voted for the big beautiful bill, or the ones who are not helping. And then they say, then you go primary them, motherfucker. That actually happened. A left-wing streamer, big platform, millions of viewers, instead of encouraging political engagement, mocked their own supporters for demanding accountability. That's not leadership. That's ego. If we tell people the only role they have is to watch, to consume, to like and share, but never organize, never challenge, never question, then we're just building the left-wing version of Fox News. Not even that. Fox News mobilizes somehow. We don't need more bad day for democracy post. We need explainers about what power actually looks like. Calls to action, not just reaction. Accountability for Democrats when they screw us. Real strategy, not aesthetic politics. And we need media that respects people enough to tell the truth even when it's hard. MSNBC bent the knee. CVS bent the knee. ABC bent the knee. Because we are out of time for therapy content. We need movement media. I'm not trying to drag anyone just to drag them. But if your platform is built on saving democracy, you can't treat your audience like passive spectators. We don't need narrators. We need fighters. Let me leave you with this. What if this isn't dysfunction? What if this isn't incompetence? What if the reason Trump keeps winning these awful things is because both sides secretly need him to? The right needs him to rally their base. The left needs him to raise money. And the media, they need him to stay relevant. So the game becomes pretending we're always one day away from the big collapse, while quietly leaning to life with fascism. It's not politics, it's performance art. It's killing us.